starting assignment now.
Ask Nyx about such things, do not ask me. She is the one born to this realm. I'm a foreigner. Moved here to take this job, can you believe it, boy?
This is our home. What do we have here? Mighty Poseidon, greatest of my uncles, arguably. Please accept this gift.
For all the times I'm offered gifts or sacrifices, little nephew, I still always very much appreciate it. I mean, look, I'm grinning ear to ear. Nephew, why, the seas up here, they're just about as widely feared as your vast underworld down there. The water can be deadlier than bronze.
Sounds like Charon's breathing up ahead. You'll be back, won't you? You have shown me nothing but respect and granted me your favor repeatedly, Lord Ares. This is the least that I can do in kind.
Most often when I'm given offerings, it is with wishes that I lend my favor in a coming war. Yet from you, my kin, I sense no such motive. I'm quite taken aback by that, I must admit. 10,000 souls have fallen to you now, my hellborn kin. I am rather beside myself, I must admit. Fine work.
You found me, Artemis.
Have to admit, you're very capable with Coronoct. Now I can hit a bullseye in my sleep, but you'll be right there with me if I don't keep practicing, I think.
Fan.
I found you, Zagreus. Had a feeling I would find you all alone out here.
Sorry I'm late.
Your mother has returned to us already, Zagreus. And still you're going to keep battling your way out, past me and everything up there. Why?
Father says there's no escape from here, and I like to repeatedly show him he's wrong. Besides, I think getting out there a bit from time to time does me some good.
Sounds like you found yourself a steady line of work. Most jobs just need doing. If this one gives you some fulfillment, stick to it. Now come on.
Hey, what's the matter, Your Royal Majesty? You're looking kind of down. Normally, you're all smiles for whatever reason.
Oh, well, looking back, all the stuff between you and Orpheus, I realized... Well, I hope I wasn't too pushy about the whole thing. It wasn't any of my business to pry into your personal life. I should have asked.
Oh, that? Come on, don't even worry about it. If you were being too pushy, you better believe I would have put you back in your place, royalty or not. But hey, can't ever be too careful when it comes to people's past and feelings and stuff, right?
This one's for you, swift and sure-footed messenger of the gods. You make what you do look easy, but I know you're going out of your way. Thank you so much, Hermes.
My rule is not to let things get too personal as far as work-related matters are concerned, cuz. But your family, and, well, you're a right decent chap, I think. Offering up a bit of nectar to me in the middle of all this. Hey boss, in all your travels there, you happen to run into a lass by name Eurydice? I hope she's alright. I feel bad because we didn't get a proper send-off last we met.
How goes it lately, Lenny? Everything just fine?
I greet you, cousin. The riverboatman Charon is beholden to your father's realm, but seems agreeable enough for a fair price.
Say, you're from Crete originally, aren't you, Asterius? I know this is a stretch, but I don't suppose you ever heard of a commander by the name of Skelemius? Captain of the Cretan Second Fleet, something like that?
The king of Crete commanded the greatest navy in the world. Even I knew that, having never seen the light of day, the ships, the sea. Skelemius, huh? I might have heard the name. So what?
What? Skelemius was a real person then? But Skelly said... you know what? It's nothing, Asterius. Shall we?
Yes, let's.
Hey, Baldy. Heads up.
A disappointing choice, my kin, and there are consequences to such choice. Your slight against me is already forgotten, for I was more than pleased to witness such a monstrous show of force.
These two.
You return at your peril, Hellspawn. You'll get no quarter here.
I'll take this one.
When I first notified Lord Father Zeus and other members of our family of your existence, Zagreus, it was Uncle Poseidon here who first leapt up and pledged his power over sea and earth to you. Is that not so, Uncle?
Exactly so, Athena. You with that fine memory of yours. For it isn't every day I learn my doleful brother Hades sired a fine son. He does not know how good he has it there. And you, nephew, could have it even better here.
Ooh.
Were you not close to having reached the surface lately, cousin? Then this can only mean some unforeseen impediment prevented your escape.
The prince compels the multi-headed hound to let him pass.
Bye for now, boy. I made it. One last bit of business to take care of, then.
I had other pressing business to attend to, but I cannot let you leave. Again, you have defeated me somehow. And yet, let's do this again.
Bye. In the name of Hades.
Having already seen the splendid cottage of Persephone sufficient times, the stubborn underworld prince nevertheless attempts to go there once again, although his memory of it shall have to do.
Hypnos, this list has a bunch of tasks from I don't know how long ago. I mean, I took several of these last year. And you've already submitted this week's registrations. Why isn't that marked complete?
Don't you know it? I was just about to get to that. Then you showed up and I got so distracted it just kind of slipped my mind. It happens, right?
You need to focus, brother, or it'll be Lord Hades reprimanding you again. And that is not something you want.
Oh, I don't know about that. Last time I talked to Master, he made pretty clear he never wanted to speak to me again.
Oof, sorry, Hypnos. Mother, just how long has it been snowing on the surface, do you know? Because it seems to me that Demeter, grandmother I should say, well, it's been very cold up there each time I've been.
I was afraid of that. I wanted to believe the snow about my cottage. It was native to the climate there, but seems that Mother took my absence harder than I thought. Oh, what have I done? All those poor people.
It's not your fault. You couldn't have known. And we can fix this, right?
We can and shall.
Father, all this stuff with the Olympians, will you just tell me what's going on for once? How did Mother come to join you here? What's your problem with Uncle Zeus?
I thought she already told you. Come with me, now. Swear to me that you shall never repeat what you are about to hear. Swear it.
All right, I swear. I swear in your own name I'll keep what you're about to say between us. So?
So, you had it mostly right before. After I inherited the underworld, your Uncle Zeus felt sympathy for me, he says. Your mother, he knew she was unhappy on Olympus, and he knew I was drawn to her. So what did he do? He brought her here, gave her to me as a gift.
You weren't expecting a gift like that. But she didn't want to return to Olympus, and you liked her, so you didn't send her away. And you were angry with Zeus for putting you in that position. Cut ties with him.
Yes! The blasted fool with all his flights of fancy. He does whatever he wants. He could have achieved a similar outcome in a limitless number of reasonable ways, rather than resort to what was tantamount to kidnapping, even if she wanted to leave.
And now if Demeter and the others found all this out, you and Mother, even Zeus, would be in a bad spot, wouldn't he? He must have a temper on him to match yours.
You know nothing of tempers of mine as your frame of reference, Zagreus. Now enough of this. You know the rest. Remember your oath.
I will. Take care, Father.
Oh, hi!
I think I finally know a little more about how you must feel, Dusa. Working for Father, I mean. I was so intent on running away from here, but here I am.
Look, Prince, your father's always been a pretty scary god. And this is something between you and him. Though, if you can forgive him, I guess it means you'd stay. And I would like that, so that's where I stand. I know it's really complicated, though.
Yeah. Thanks, though.
Ambrosia. You know the penalty for attempting to sway an overseer of the House of Hades with foreign contraband, don't you?
I can't entirely say I do, though if it involves lashings and whatnot, I already get more than my share of that, so figured I would take the risk. So what do you say?
I say hand over the damn bottle. I'll see that it's disposed of properly. Now, as for you, you wouldn't know who misplaced something like this, would you? On my authority as overseer, hang on to it. Though if you tell so much as anyone.
What? Wow. I'll cherish her. Meg, what's going on with Nyx and Dusa, do you know? I think they've been butting heads a bit lately.
I can't imagine why. Nyx has her under strict orders, yet you keep on stopping by for your little chats. You think she doesn't notice?
What does she care? I talk to everybody around here at least a bit.
It's not my business, Zag. Not even for Dusa, but you watch yourself.
How is this my fault? I have to ask you something, Orpheus. It seems like everything has been all right for you, except you don't look very happy to me, mate. Is everything all right? Between you and Eurydice, I mean.
Oh, but your concern is much appreciated, friend. I feel I am in an everlasting bliss. It simply does not show upon my countenance. Perhaps through song is how I best express myself.
You're doing wonderfully at it, mate. Say Skelly, or should I say Skelemius? I happen to have a chat with somebody familiar with that name. Large, bull-headed fellow originally from Crete. You said you made it all up. What's going on?
Never said I made it up, pal. I just knew you weren't gonna believe me. I mean, look at me. I look like a captain of the Cretan Second Fleet to you?
I don't know. I've never met one. Do they all just stand around doing nothing?
Well, sounds like somebody's never had to lead like 50 or something sailors in a voyage across the sea in a Minoan galley with nothing but the stars to guide them. What do you think the captains do, pull the oars?
Wait, what about Hermes? He gave me the impression you might have been somebody else. Nobody in particular, not some great sea captain.
What is it with you gods talking behind the backs of all your friends, boyo?
Don't change the subject.
Don't change the subject!
Ah. I have a simple token for you, goddess, although it's insufficient thanks for all the aid you've given me.
You are most gracious, cousin, to extend this offering. You honor me. Yet I would ask you think of your well-being for the time, not mine. The goddess Nyx has indicated you possess a list of prophecies from the three fates. I've such a list upon Olympus here. It seems to be connected to your own, as several prophecies already are fulfilled. Isn't it such an honor to urge fate along?
Now that is an entirely unusual design, even for Exegryph. So then the waking phrase has worked. That aspect bearer, Lucifer, was it? Struck his own Lord Father. Tried to, anyway. A not uncommon story, it would seem. restore order to this world and claim the heavens for myself, only to be insulted by my own nephew. Though I don't have the heart to keep exacting vengeance on you, nephew.
I dare say, little Hades, you've some spunk in you. Why, I think you take after me more than my trusty elder brother. We'll get away from that old Carter yet.
Look who.
I have to tell you, Sisyphus, sometimes I wish I knew more about your past. You must have been a great king.
Well, the thing is that I wasn't, Highness. And that's not modesty from me, all right? All behind me now, and I'd appreciate it if we left it at that.
I hear you, sir. Though whatever you did in your mortal days, you've since more than paid for it, I'm sure. Wait, is that why you're still here in Tartarus? Because you think you deserve this?
It's more like this is where I belong, where my path has taken me, you know? Here in the underworld, you can't entirely escape your past, and yet it's like you get another life to live, with all the wisdom that you picked up along the way.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Hi there.
I can't believe it. You signed the Pact of Punishment. Have you completely lost your mind, or just trying to insult me?
Well, if you're going to be so rude about it, maybe a little of each. Though what do you even care which pacts I sign or don't?
I'm not an idiot. I see what you're doing. You want to be punished? Then come on.
Welcome back. You're just in time, Your Royal Majesty. Got something real good cooking right here that you're gonna love. You hungry? Yeah?
Am I ever? You're always so generous. And you're always cooking. And singing. Do you have many guests come by? Your place seems somewhat off the beaten path.
What, you think I get a lot of guests here? No, but I like cooking anyway. It's like singing in a way. Keep getting better the more you try. Turns out a bit different each time.
There goes the power couple.
Someday, my little sprout, you'll gain the surface of your father's realm and see my handiwork. Until such time, I'll come to your aid as I can. It's quite the entertaining pastime, honestly.
Why, Lernie, you are looking positively fabulous, I have to say. Right there.
I heard a certain someone's back at home with you down there now, cuz. I call it wonderful news, except it isn't news. At least not yet. Though if the time comes that you want to spread the word, just give the signal here.
Hey, free money. Whoops. Sorry. You know, Charon, your associate Hermes apparently had a wager with you that I could beat you twice in a row at some point. I'd hate to disappoint him, so no hard feelings? Let's settle this like gentlemen, Charon. Wait, did I win? No way, a membership card for me?
A hidden stretch of the boundless river Styx cuts through misty Erebus, providing for the river boatman Charon a locale in which to deal with the unruliest of souls.
Nice place you got here, mate. Look at these savings.
My next opponent has arrived in short order.
Short order? That was another jab about my height, wasn't it?
I do not jab. All of my strength goes into every strike. Observe.
Bully.
And hit. That's definitely not the choice I would have made, nephew. Because for me to side against myself, why, that would make no sense at all. My fits of anger come and go just like the tides, nephew. Now take this from me and get out of here.
What a steal.
A shrewd expenditure of wealth is sometimes all that stands between a victory and sore defeat. Isn't that right, cousin?
Gentlemen.
Let us destroy him quickly, King. Or perhaps slowly.
Prince Zagreus once more offers to Cerberus one of his favored sacks.
I can go. Think you can beat me this time, Father?
It grew distinctly colder just as you arrived. So Demeter has been in contact with you then. That witch. Tell me how much she knows.
What? I don't... Wait, this everlasting winter, it's her doing, isn't it? Why? Don't mortals die when it's cold? Sounds like a lot of extra work for you.
Then you are ignorant. Keep it that way with her, lest you risk everything, you understand. The consequences would be far worse than a foul stretch of weather. But enough talk now. I shall see you back at home. I'll get you yet.
Say hi to Hypnos for me. By my father's name.
Reflecting on his victory, Prince Zagreus observes how death can take hold in so many different ways. At times quite slowly, and at other times...
Oh, hi. You're welcome. Just go right ahead, I guess.
There you are.
Persephone, my queen. It has been far too long. Although the passing of the time was very kind, it is an honor to see you again.
Oh, please, Nyx. No formalities between us, right? It's wonderful to see you too, my friend. The days there on the surface, they were very different, but the nights... I was reminded of our times together here.
Good times, I trust.
Good times, most certainly. I try not to remember the others.
We are pleased to have you back. Although it shall be a difficult adjustment for you once again, I fear. For all of us.
Well, having built a little house all by myself up there, I think I'm up for anything. You know what it's like.
I do.
Regarding your responsibilities, our resources director is available to you in my private quarters. Normally, it would be I alone transferring excess resources back into our realm.
The fabled resources director. So now I get to give away the hard-earned resources I've painstakingly gathered over time.
You get to do precisely that. It is not necessary that you do. But if you wish to rise above your current station, you shall do it.
What's the point in rising above my current station? I thought our work was to be done in secrecy.
It is. There is no point but pride, and pride is dangerous. Do what you will. I care not as long as everything gets adequately done.
Sounds great. Hey, Orpheus, you know I'm very happy that things turned out well between you and Eurydice, but looking back, I think I might have overstepped my bounds with you a bit and wanted to say I'm sorry.
You're sorry, Zagreus? Whatever for? If not for you, I fear I never would have seen my muse again.
Well, it's just, when I met her and I found out the two of you were having problems, I just wanted to see you patch things up. But it wasn't any of my business, and you never asked my help. Neither did she. I could have made things worse.
But you didn't make things worse, my friend. And, truth be told, I do not think I ever would have asked for help at any point, because I don't entirely know how. So I am grateful to you and your generous instinct.
Well, thank you also, mate.
I have to say, lad, this place is livelier than usual of late. Some of the old fixtures of the house getting patched up, new furnishings. It's rather nice, really. We've you to thank, don't we?
Oh, that? It's nothing. Though I'm glad it's made a difference for the better. Our contractor's been doing all the work, I'm just putting in the orders.
And the funds. Your father runs the underworld a certain way. This old house is lavish, I suppose, but he has long since ceased trying to make it livable at all. So the changes are appreciated.
Glad to hear it. Keeping busy, Resources Director? It's been a while, Resources Director. I'll be sure to pay you a visit whenever I'm swimming in underworld valuables and want to feel better about myself in my new role. I had this awful contraband I wanted to turn in as soon as possible, if you don't mind taking it from me, Meg.
You still have no idea how to be upfront with me, do you, Zag? Why don't you tell me why you're here and what you want?
So the whole contraband thing, you aren't buying it, I guess? Although I see you took the bottle there now anyway. I wanted just to talk to you, and patch things up, maybe.
Patch things up? What is it, by your estimation, that could use repairs between the two of us?
I was naive. I tried not to get too close, but then I did and said a lot of stupid things, and then... Well, we've since tried to kill each other lots of times, there's that. Look, I'm sorry, Meg.
You said a lot of stupid things, all right. And we Furies, we're not much for forgiveness or apologies. But I can see you're making an attempt. Now thank you for the contraband. Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye. Dionysus, mate. Sometimes things weigh heavily on me, but then I hear from you and it's like I don't have a care in the world. To your health.
Oh, you're really too much for me sometimes, you know that, man? Gotta tell you, I don't think I ever felt so close to somebody so damn far away. But through the gift of drink, it's like we're with each other in spirit all the time, you know? Let me tell you something, Zag. I know your dad. He's got to be a real handful. I relate to that. You understand me, mate? So you get out of there and you'll be more than welcome here with us.
Birdie told me recently that you and Meg are the Fury. Why, you've grown quite close. Now do be careful around her, and try not to get attached there,
You have come. You have ordered, son of Hades, how it is you came to find me in this space, and I have gone unseen by most for quite some time. I have wondered this as well, and think that our connection to Goddess Nyx is the most likely answer.
As seasons give to one another, so do generations, I suppose. Hyperion, my father, he'd not a one redeeming quality. My sisters and my foster brothers and myself. This world owes us a debt for ridding it of him and his kind.
Let's go, Malphite. Hey, Charon, you're not angry with me after we had it out last time, are you? I mean, I figured since you gave me one of your loyalty cards, must mean everything's fine, but I'm just making sure. Well, that is a relief. Hi there.
I have returned. I have a feeling this is not going to take much time at all.
I bet Electo's next. What do you know?
Damn you for this, Red Blood. You're making me look bad, you know? Making me feel bad.
Electo, I didn't ask you to repeatedly attempt to kill me. How did you expect me to respond?
You do know what happens when you make me feel bad, don't you?
There he is. is.
You know that saying, don't be hasty, boss? That comes from me, I swear. A little way to stave off competition masquerading as the wisdom of a sage. Those stupid mortals will buy anything.
That lush and lecher Dionysus counts you as a friend? I'm hoping that there must be some mistake, yeah, Zagreus?
A harsh winter is coming for you, Zagreus. And I'm afraid you've brought it on yourself.
Have mercy, Demeter.
The harsh of winter's gone for now, young Zagreus. And so take heart. But also, you take heed.
Oof, you're a mess there, hon. You save your strength and see if this will do you any good.
Lurny, wonderful to see you once again.
You mean to fight with me barehanded this time, short one? I'm not ashamed to say the champion himself defeated me in such a manner back when we drew breath.
Wouldn't say the twin fists of Malphon count as empty-handed, sir, though it surprises me to hear you could be beaten in such a way.
I was hungry and unprepared, inexperienced. No longer. Come.
They say a lot of things about me, dearest, and they'll tell you in your dealings with me, ample caution is in order. Let me show you why.
Oh, all this fighting. It's just not like us at all, dearest. Let's say we kissed and then made up, all right?
Time for the main event.
Ah, at last. Come, Mysterious, let's vanquish this blackguard.
After deliberating briefly, Cerberus concludes that yes, he shall accept the sack.
I owe you one, boy. Got here as quickly as I could.
Perhaps the blasted fates shall favor me for once. What shall it take? What shall it take for you to... I must go.
Yes. In the name of someone very sore right now.
The master of this realm, Lord Hades, states that death is inescapable. There is considerable credence to his claim.
What? I was just resting my eyes. You won't tell anybody, right?
The fallen warrior in Elysium we spoke of. He seems like a good man, though. Was he always the despondent sort?
No, lad. I was that sort, I think, but he was not. He was one of the only men I knew who did not look upon me as a threat. He saw something in me I never knew was there, and in turn, with him, I felt... how to describe it? Calm. Whole.
Huh. I'm restless all the time. I can only imagine.
He had this wry humor about him, like he was wise beyond his years. A quality I trust shall see him through his struggles now. Although, I hoped residing at Elysium would mean he wouldn't have to struggle any longer.
He shouldn't, sir. And neither should you.
I heard you stayed the Knave King's sentence. I should be angry with you. Sisyphus must be the only mortal ever to have humiliated me. But Mother Nyx, she must have backed you, didn't she?
We did what needed to be done. As much as Father likes making examples out of wretched shades, an eternal sentence felt a little excessive in this case. Besides, Sisyphus isn't leaving anyway. Seems to have found his niche.
Oh? Well, he's an odd one, through and through, I guess. As long as I don't have to deal with him again.
Don't think you will.
Oh, Cerberus. Doubtless you deserve the biggest thanks that this house still stands, don't you? Did you enjoy the treat I brought you from the surface?
the surface treat-devouring hound of hell, provides the Queen a most decidedly affirmative response.
I thought you might. You wouldn't know it wasn't made of meat, I'll bet. I'll see if we can't grow you plenty more.
Tell me something, boy. Zagreus. Why did you do all this? Return the Queen. Go to such lengths. At a certain point, you must have learned the way I felt about her. Yet still you persisted. If I were you, I'd not have done me any favors.
I didn't often stop to give it much thought. I just knew I needed to find her. And then as soon as I did, I knew I needed her in my life. In other words, doing you any favors was never a priority, Father. Just ended up that way, I guess.
I see. I appreciate your candor. Nevertheless, I thank you. I do not know how you accomplished what you did, but know that I am grateful for the outcome, even if I failed to act like it much of the time.
You're welcome. Nyx, I encountered Demeter. She mentioned her daughter, Persephone. You never said she was my grandmother. Didn't you think, under the circumstances, that was something I should know?
Listen to me, child. What you know or do not know is for your protection. Your protection and your birth mother's as well. Your suspicion and your curiosity are warranted, but I can do no more about them now, except to caution you. Are we understood?
Yes, we're understood.
Oh, hi!
Miss Dusa, I ran into hostile Gorgons that resembled you out there in Asphodel. Resembled only in the vaguest sense, I mean. They lacked your charm or social graces anyway. I just hope you are not related, since I sort of, you know.
Oh, those old things? They're relatives just in the loosest sense. Like, say you had some nasty, almost mindless siblings born entirely from your own blood, something like that. Do you have any idea how hard it was to get a steady job because of them?
So I have your permission to continue hacking down such Gorgons with impunity?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Thanks for asking, Prince.
Hail and good tidings to you, noble cousin. May you be swift and thorough vanquishing the dead who dare oppose you.
My daughter, the goddess Nyx. When I learned the Olympians mistakenly assumed she was your mother, I did not fully consider the possibility that she essentially was a mother to you. The technicality of birth aside, she cares for you to the extent a mother can.
Enough.
I have a brother, Helios, the sun. A nonsense talker with a flaming chariot. Why, he once told me that my Kore, that she went into that underworld of yours. Preposterous. The clouds now blot him out entirely.
Goddess Athena, please accept this gift. Your wisdom ever guides me toward the light.
My, how very generous of you to offer me this gift. I'm very grateful, though I ask that you not go out of your way on my account. Let's please stay focused here.
Olympus, I accept this message.
A senseless, punishable choice. But if you wish to face the consequences, so be it. All is forgiven, Zagreus, and I take no offense. Exacting vengeance is just something we Olympians all do from time to time.
I bet Tissiphane's up. Sure enough.
Murder? Murder.
Look what I found.
Because you're now well accustomed to our little chats, but I want you to level with me here. You're the boss. If you prefer, I'd be happy to shut up. No harm, no foul. Just give the signal, hey?
Perish the thought, Lord Hermes. It's been great hearing from you from time to time.
All right, boss. Just making sure that I'm not interrupting anything.
Aphrodite.
The great hero Achilles, he continues to ignore my polite outreach, doesn't he? Why, I've attempted to reach out at least several times. Your father's realm is really quite a lot. How terribly frustrating it must be.
Good day, Lenny. And now, prepare to die.
Hey, Zagreus, that nectar you sent? Callisto and the nymphs and I, we popped it open recently, and it was really good. Had us positively frolicking about, so thanks.
By the gods of Olympus, you'll go no further on your wicked quest.
Mine. Like up a stone wall. No.
What? Oh, I know that look. Why, that's the look of someone just incinerated by a snake stone, am I right? They spit a whole bunch of those white-hot, flesh-burning beams right at the same time there, don't they?
Indeed. Hey, Orpheus. I figure that you've heard by now about how I bested the Minotaur Asterius alongside Theseus, the champion of Elysium himself. I don't think I even broke a sweat.
I scarce can possibly imagine such a spectacle, my friend. But certainly I shall attempt to try.
Did he make fun of me just now?
A moment. Hold, child. I have a message for you from my daughters themselves, concerning the blade of the underworld in your possession.
Wait, you mean the Fates? And Stygius? I'm honored that they would have taken any notice of me. What is it that they want for me to know?
They wish for me to impart to you these words, so that your blade, in turn, may hear them uttered from your lips. I see your kingly pardon from a prison of stone. Repeat them and remember.
I see your kingly pardon from a prison of stone. This must be for one of the weapon's hidden forms. Please tell your daughters I am very grateful, Nyx.
I shall, child. Although I'm certain they already know. Though whether they are aiding you or this is simply what must come to pass, I cannot say.
I'll take my chances it's the former.
The prince! Miss Nyx! I'm not supposed to talk to you. I have to go.
Damn it.
I have to tell you something, lad. When Thanatos returned to seek you out, I was very concerned. Not just for you, either. But you've since patched things up.
I think so. I hope so. It was complicated for a while there, but I think things are clearer for us now. Not just in the moment, but in retrospect. I'm not making any sense.
Oh, on the contrary. I think I know exactly what you mean. I don't know Thanatos particularly well. It wasn't he who brought me here, you see. And he was always very busy, like your father. But he always struck me as a decent sort.
He is. Should check the garden.
Oh, come on, Hades. Mortals are much more resilient than that. What, do you think they'll show up at your gates here all at once? They have our family looking out for them.
That is what I'm afraid of. Do you truly believe my brothers and the rest shall take the sort of care of them while they draw breath, as we do here after they have expired?
It's true we have to look out for them indefinitely, while Olympus need only look out for them for a little while. But our relatives are always watching from their mountain. And if they do turn a blind eye once in a while, mortals aren't bad at fending for themselves.
But they are never satisfied, always begging us to provide more and more.
They like us, Hades. They praise us, tell one another about us. What do you expect? Would you rather they forgot about us?
No. No, I suppose not. But they need us.
Well, we need them.
Stygius, I see your kingly pardon from a prison of stone. A future aspect. What sort of name is Arthur?
I must confess, I do enjoy having a good bottle of nectar every now and then. And you appear to have a careful eye for such bottles, from what I can tell.
My careful eye has got to be the green one, hasn't it? To having a discerning eye, Mother.